And welcome to another review and preview of Friends Like Us. I am Marina Franklin, and this is
Evelyn Frick.
Yay! And hey, everybody, we are really jumping into the conversation. We were just talking about recently what's going on, Evelyn, jump right in. What's on your mind?
We were just talking about polio because it is now in the wastewater in New York City, which means that there's not insubstantial amount of people who might have the infection and not know it, or like do have the infection and know it. Um, I was just telling Marina that the other day I texted my mom just to confirm that I was vaccinated against polio when I was a child. And I was, and like I knew that, but I just needed, like, for my own like peace of mind, just like I needed to text her, just like, can you confirm for me? Because yeah, it's like, I mean, I think like obviously COVID is very scary, but I think like the fact that I'd say like a decent amount of people, like when COVID was like first starting to happen, um, it's just, like just a very mild cases were kind of common, I would say. But the fact that like we know like with polio, like paralysis is an option, or with like monkeypox, like that can like cause blindness if you have like lesions like in and around your eyes. It's been interesting
It
to
has.
be
It's been
living in
a
New York
it's been a
City.
weird time. It's fun. It's interesting. Someone wanted to. The security guard at the cellar always wants to spar with me, like he did it
Um,
last week. And I don't know if I'm a germaphobe, but I don't touch people.
yeah. No, I
Not
don't
like
really
and
either.
and hugging. I'm always holding. I'm always holding my breath. They don't, they don't know it, but I am holding my breath.
That's
And
funny.
he wanted to spar last night, and I was like, and it's so fascinating, like when you don't want to touch people, how you see how much people really want to touch you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he kept going, he goes, come on, come on. And I go, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm a bit of
Yeah.
a germaphobe. Even the knuckles, I can't.
I know, and, like, people will sometimes, like, get offended too, and it's like, it's nothing personal, like, it's just the pandemic, if anything, has taught us that people just have germs on them, like, no matter who you are. Um,
I
so
had
yeah,
a
I totally
Lyft
understand
driver
that.
who wasn't wearing his mask last night. And I
Oh.
don't know if that's because the CDC has basically said, "Excuse my language, everyone go fuck yourselves."
I know, I
Right?
saw, yeah, I saw the new guidelines, and at first I thought it was like from a satire website or something. Like I was like looking at like something from The Onion, and no, they're just full like we
Nobody
don't
gives
care.
no fucks anymore. You could do whatever you want. You acted like you didn't care, so we don't care either.
Yeah.
And it's so clear because it's like, wait a minute. So someone could come into the comedy club with COVID, and they're like, "Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
sure, we're done with this." But we don't yet have the vaccine that's supposed to be helpful for the variant.
Yeah, like that's still like they
None of
said
this
like
makes sense to me.
no, it like, I mean, I think it's definitely it's coming from, like, an economic standpoint. I think,
Yes.
they definitely like, like, the recent, like, inflation bill or whatever passed in Congress, and I know that's been a big priority of Joe Biden's to, keep us from going into a recession, which, like, I understand that, like, I understand why that's a problem that people are focusing on, but I don't think we should be focusing on that at the expense of like the health and well-being of Americans, and at the expense of like preventing um, the spread of disease when we know exactly how to prevent like these diseases from spreading. Yeah, it's really crazy for lack of a better, like it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Did I Yeah, it's weird because I was like, all except F oh, I hope the Facebook I don't know if we are there any Facebook people here? And is anyone here? I see there's 18 people watching, so I hope it grabbed the Facebook.
I can check
All
the
this is
Facebook real
oh,
quick.
all except Facebook. Let me just
Facebook
say.
says it's, oh, no, we're live on Facebook.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I was
Yeah.
just checking because it didn't. I was saying hi to everyone. It didn't go to the Facebook one.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's so scary. You know, and it was a good question that Zawadi actually on the podcast this week asked me. She goes, Marina, since you're so like really careful, like how are you going to eventually, and this is what she said, because basically they're treating this like it's a cold or a flu. And whenever
Yeah.
I hear that, I freak out inside my body. But and I just my response to her was, she goes, how are you going to get back to normal? And I just said, no, I said, I work in front of the public.
Yeah.
I am a person who's had breast cancer. I am a person who every week my pay is not like a regular person's paycheck. I that
Yeah.
week, if I'm sick that week, I could be missing out on a lot of money because
Yeah.
that week that could cover like the span of 6 months of my currency, or what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
My finances, my
Yeah.
budget. Yeah. I can't get my words. I haven't had my celery juice, Evelyn. I stopped doing it because I was like I was getting too bloated. Someone asked me how I was doing the other day. I go, bloated. Thank you very much. But it is true. It's like, like I don't think of it still as the cold or the flu. I think of all those factors. And from the economics point of view, like I want to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
wa and so, like, if I get sick, whether there's a quarantine or not, I can't go to work if I'm sick.
Like, yeah, exactly. And
And
like,
so here this adds a whole thing where are the employees gonna make people feel guilty for being sick now?
ooh, that's an interesting, yeah, that's a really interesting question. I don't know. Like, I think this is just all showing how little Americans, like, or people in power value like public facing jobs. Like the people who are going to be the most affected by like these changes in guidelines, which
Mhm.
allow people who possibly have been exposed or infected to kind of just like do, or not vaccinated, like do whatever they want and act like it's normal, it's going to affect people who like they don't have a choice, like they have to interact with other people, whether that's like comedians or like artists in the entertainment industry, whether that's like wait staff, or like people who work like who are baristas, like it's just going to show that like the CDC is willing to have those people infected for like
Sad, isn't it? It's
it's
just
really
it's
sad.
like
Yeah.
you couldn't have waited until the second vaccine
Yeah,
in
that's the
November. How
thing.
many months away was that? Like, I think they were saying, like, December? You could
Yeah,
like, what's the rush?
I know. That's the thing. Like I would still be like,
But no one was thinking about it.
no, not like this. It had never crossed my mind that they would like change. Like it just felt very random that they're changing the regulations or guidelines right now. And I agree. Like I keep as safe as possible. So I think even like if they had waited a little bit to change the guidelines, I would still be a little like, this doesn't necessarily make sense to me. But I would feel better if we had the vaccine that's specifically for Omicron at this point. So
Yeah. I mean, my
yeah.
God. It's a crazy time. I still have not gotten it. Thank God. I'm knocking on some wood.
Yeah.
My best friend got it, and she's sick as a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
she
she's
was
still
really
sick.
she's coming out of it. It's been a
Yeah.
while,
Oh,
but
wow.
she's, not on a ventilator or anything, but, she couldn't work. She couldn't make money.
Mm.
She was like, "This is horrible." She called me crying. She's, like, really
Oh,
sick. It's not
yeah.
I don't like being sick too. How about
Yeah.
that? Like, some people are willing to get sick from this so that they have the extra. I just don't want it. While we're
Yeah.
talking about, some sad things, how
Mm.
about Anne Hesh, man?
Yeah, that was like I wasn't, unfortunately, I when accidents like these kind of happen, I'm a bit of a pessimist. So when I saw that she had been in a car accident, I was kind of like, oh, like I don't think this is gonna end well. It's a very sad ending,
It's a
for her
sad
life.
her story.
It's so
A
sad.
comic was telling me last night, I forget his name. I'm gonna remember it. Mike Sweeney was
Mm.
telling me last night, he had her on the podcast, his podcast. She's
Oh,
very
sure.
friendly to comics. She would come to
Mm.
shows. She's very nice. And I saw Anne from Dancing with the Stars talk
Oh,
about
sure.
her troubled life. Did you know about, like, I didn't know that her father raped her and he had
Yeah.
AIDS?
Yeah, I didn't know, because she was on Dancing with the Stars a little bit ago. I remember, like, I didn't know it at the time, and I think I learned that somewhat recently. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense that she wouldn't want to come forward with that. That's a really painful, really hard story. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I feel like I've seen a little bit of, like, people, memorializing her and saying nice things on Twitter, but, like, not as much as, you would expect when, like, a celebrity, passes. So yeah, no, I've been thinking about that too. It's just been very sad.
It's so sad. I mean, and then her brother apparently, I guess, or sibling died in a car accident.
Yeah, I know.
And then, I mean, it's just and then she had so many, and then her life as a actress, they didn't want her to come out because they saw her as a sex symbol. I
Well,
didn't know
yeah.
that. And they thought if she came out, it would make people not want her sexually as much.
Mm,
Ah,
yeah, that's
I
horrible.
mean, oh,
The last few days I've also definitely been thinking about, with, like, thankfully with, like, the pandemic, like, no one that I know has been really sick, or, I haven't really experienced personal tragedy in that way, but
yeah,
um
that's the thing. You got to be thankful, really. Yeah.
yeah, I've been thinking of, yeah, just like, and then also yesterday, like, Salman Rushdie was, like,
I
stabbed in his still,
know.
and so I've been very, like, recently very reflective on, like, all the things that I'm very grateful for.
I still don't understand why they didn't have like, when are we gonna get this, that it's not safe?
Yeah,
Performers are not safe. I keep saying it over and over and over again, that we're
yeah,
not safe. You have to protect the performers. You have
yeah.
to. We're in a very dangerous time. I don't get it. What people like, what,
I
you
know,
know?
it's real, yeah, no, it's really shocking, and, like, I was reading, like, New York Times updates on it.
Comics are gonna
Um,
artists, performers are gonna have to, or SAG-AFTRA, they're gonna have to start stepping up and defending us and saying things like, "Okay, unless you have like a gun detector, what do you call
yeah.
those?
Oh,
Uh,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was just like a metal
I
detector,
don't can't get my words today for some reason. Yeah, metal detector or some
Oh, like a
it's
body
heavy,
scanner, yeah.
yeah, some security, like no live
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I think that makes sense. Like, in order to go into, like, a Broadway show, or to, like, see a show, at, like, just like any sort of big venue in New York City, at least that I've been to, you have to go through metal detectors. You have to open your, like, bags. You can only have, like, small bags or purses, and that kind of thing. Has always, like, I'm sure that makes the performers feel safe, and I think that definitely needs to become more common practice. And it also, like, as an audience member, like, makes me feel safe that I know that, like, there aren't people in the crowd with weapons.
Mm.
But that was also a big issue with, there was supposed to be that big, music festival in downtown Atlanta that they had to cancel because, the like, organizers didn't want people to be able to have guns there. And, like, Georgia has, like, this law in place that, like, I think you can't, like, ban guns from, like public, like, festivals or things like that. So they just, like, they just canceled. It's called Midtown Music. They canceled the entire thing, which, like, in turn has, like, really impacted, like, Atlanta's, like, local economy, because they spend
Wow.
so much money there. Yeah, it's like at the festival, yeah, which, like, I understand, like, I wouldn't wanna go if I to a festival knowing that people could have guns there. Like, that
Yeah.
sounds horrifying.
Yeah, it's like hit them in their pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him. Okay, so everyone who's on here, welcome. If you're just joining us now, it's the 3 o'clock hour. This is the time when the man joins us. He's labeled himself as a saint. Oh God. And we know, or maybe you don't know, but I do this every Saturday for the Friends Like Us podcast. It's a preview and a review of the podcast. It's just for a quick hour, just to kind of reflect what we've done this week, to say hello to people, say thank you. And then I have, my white friends on here, to sort of off. It's like so funny. I just realized, I was like, oh, it's a review and I don't really review it with my black friends, but hey, it's all good. I know it's a people of color podcast, but that means all colors. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's basically the hour where we educate Juskow.
And my Jewish friends, by the way, I've included them in people of color, even though I know they're not, or they say they're not, but I include them quite often. But this is very controversial what I'm saying, but they are part of my life. So anyway, guys, here we go. It's Dave St. Juskow. Happy
Hello, everybody.
birthday!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Can I show
Happy
you
birthday.
all the things Marina sent to my house today?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Catalina.
Happy birthday. Happy
What song is this? You're just making up a tune. This is completely unacceptable.
Happy birthday.
Listen.
Happy birthday.
Marina, why did you send me so much stuff today? Are you feel guilty about what happened on Monday? Not showing up?
I did. I felt bad about not coming on Monday. So I did send you a lot of things because I just was like, I felt so bad. And then I was like, he'll want this. He'll want this too.
First of all, I just received this unbelievable piece of beautiful chocolate cake from Magnolia Bakery, which is amazing. I've already had some. Cake. And then this true piece of birthday cake.
I got it from you. Evelyn has the sprinkles in it.
Ooh, yeah.
It's very,
Magnolia
very good.
Bakery.
But that's not all. My friend Marina has been very generous today. Very generous, sorry.
Look, Stacey's saying happy birthday to you. She's in the middle of class, but she wants to say.
She also got me all this candy.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I got carried away.
Way awesome. Though that none of this is going to waste. The only issue I have is this book. Now, I thought it was funny when I got it. The problem is that I don't like this Kamau Bell, but not because there's any black issue. As a person, I have a problem with him because my friend years ago set him up and kind of got him to where he was, and then he was very mean to him and dropped him. So I've always kind of resented him, even though I went to go see one of his first shows that he had, like this PowerPoint presentations before people were doing that.
Yeah.
And it was great. And I really liked it. And I was like, wow, this is really, I like what he's doing. And, for me back then, this was like, could it have been 20 years ago? Maybe at least 17 years ago. And I liked it. And I liked being woken before the word was. But then he took over my friend. So I was always upset about that. And I'm sorry.
It's still a good book. Do the work.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
Do the work, Juskow.
And it's a really good book, too. It's got like a lot of coloring pages and stuff. And it's funny thing is, I love this kind of stuff. And I kind of want to do the work. I'm just angry at him. Only because of what he did to my friend, who was a Jewish guy, Paul Stein.
I
Do you remember Paul Stein from the HBO Workspace, Marina?
Cataline wants to taste the cake. They were supposed to put candles in there too. Were the candles in there?
Yeah. They're right on top here. They were paid for, and they are here to make it perfect. Yes, they did everything correctly.
We want to see you put a candle in there and wish you a happy birthday.
Somebody sent me a bunch of cupcakes today from this shop called Sprinkles with no note. Sent it early this morning. I have no idea who it is. Also, It's like, oh, Celine,
Hello,
what's up?
Celine.
How are
We
you?
weren't sure you were coming.
Hi.
Celine, please
Hi.
don't. You're interrupting my birthday part of the show.
I'm
Please.
so sorry.
It's all
Happy
right.
birthday.
Just be on time next time, you young punk. Now, I just
We
wanna
could do
show
it
this
again.
last thing because this is from Marcy. Marcy, who just joined us.
Birthday.
She
Hey,
sent me
Marcy.
something in the mail,
Happy
which is the mini books of Jane Austen, William Shakespeare, and the Bronte. Is that Emily Bronte? Who's Bronte?
The sisters, Emily and
Well,
Charlotte.
she's so good because on my podcast I was saying I want the mini books, but look how tiny these are, and I need to read Emma because I'm teaching a class on the movie Clueless, and I hadn't read the book yet. And finally,
there's another gift coming from me to you.
Really? What's going
I
on?
got
This is
carried
awesome.
away. I don't know. I read just like
It's awesome. I even
you're the
saved
easiest
all these
person to get
packages.
something.
I saved all these packages today to open today, and I'm talking about even the underwear I ordered on Amazon. I just saved all the packages to open today, but then I got this gift from my friend Erin, which is this shirt that says "Kind of a Baldwin." If you know the movie Clueless, which is very kind. Isn't that funny? Or do you guys not know Clueless at all?
No, that's
Clueless
funny.
is very good. Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out before Celine ruined my. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Look, Celine's addition does not ruin anything here.
I
Okay,
agree 100%. But look, I was in the middle of my birthday rant, and I can't believe you got me all this stuff, Marina. It's really kind. I had that coming.
I'm kind of suspicious of the cupcakes that don't have a note. I feel
I know, and then I ate it anyway.
Show Celine again what you got, so we can
I
see
want
it.
to know.
Well, had you been on time,
Leave her alone.
I can't help it. I'm an old man. This is what I do. I complain about it. Oh my God. Yesterday I went out to dinner with Artie Lang's sister, Stacy, who's a delight. And I can show you pictures. And we went to this restaurant.
Artie Lang's sister.
She's great. I mean, talk about night and day, I guess people say the same about my sister. But we went to this restaurant in Hoboken, and just before we went, she changed the reservation to eat outside. Now, any of you who know me from this podcast know that is the worst thing anyone could do for me. Changing something when the plan was already set, changing it outside, and then she invited another friend.
Oh no!
And I was livid because she goes, "What's the big deal?" I'm like, "I thought I made this clear on your birthday. I am not a go with the flow kind of guy. I am not a more the merrier person. I don't know how much to make that clear." Now everything worked out, and she was great, and her friend was great. But you know me, I'm like stuck in this thing where I just like any change to the plan is like a disaster for me, and I have to have a drink, and then I'm perfectly fine. But boy, am I a drama queen bitch. It's why I'm teaching a course on the movie Clueless, because I am a 22-year-old girl.
Show Celine what you got. What you have.
Marina had these specifically delivered. This beautiful piece of chocolate cake. Celine does not look impressed at all. Are you good idea, Marina? I don't think there's even sometimes Evelyn goes, "Oh," but Celine is just not impressed with.
She's a different personality. and she's probably not into chocolate.
Well, I said Marina got it right.
I actually love chocolate.
You do?
It's from Magnolia Bakery.
Magnolia and
I love Magnolia.
There you
got
go.
Excited. Maybe I'd forgotten to say it was from Magnolia, and this beautiful piece of birthday cake. Oh my God! I tried the frosting already. It's so good. I'm having a big dinner tonight.
That I think it's because I'm not eating sugar right now, so I'm eating through you. So my dad used to do that when my dad would fast. He would feed us, and we would gain weight because he was just feeding us.
Well, I'm going to your favorite place today, Korean barbecue, which is where a lot of vegans and vegetarians like to go to. Just before I'm kidding, that would be the worst day of your life.
Yeah.
Just cooking the meat in front of us
and the book. Show the book.
Oh, of course.
The book is the most important.
She was here for that. That's why, Celine, she got me this. Like, I need to be woke or something.
Oh my God, I met him like a week ago.
So he just had a story about him, and so it'd be interesting to hear, Celine, what his reaction was when you mentioned my name, because before Dave tells his story. How did he react?
Oh, he was very nice.
You got a problem with him too, Marina?
No, I didn't. I wasn't sure if he would remember me.
Oh no, he was like, in fact, he like talked about you. He was like, I always thought that she deserved more credit and stuff.
That's the right
He
thing
was
to
so
say.
nice.
Aww.
He
Yeah,
thought he
he
was
did.
nice too until what happened, you know.
But see, Juskow has a different story. So
He was just mean to my friend. He fired my friend who helped him get to where he is, and you know that's the only
maybe
thing.
your friend wasn't that good at his job.
Well, he got him all that stuff. I mean, you might be right, but he got him all that stuff. He got, you know, he put together the presentation that got him his Comedy Central show. You know, he put
Yeah,
it all
but that
together,
doesn't
so he
mean
must
he's
have been
still
decent.
there may have been something. You know, it's hard letting people go. It's not always like gonna be.
Well, it was like so fast, you know, it wasn't like he was doing it for a couple of years and then let him go. You know, it was like really like he got him the thing and then he goes, you know, go away.
Something
all.
happened then. Something. There's always two sides to every story.
I know, and I asked him to tell me the truth, and I said, you know, what is the story? But I don't know. It's all right. It was a long
Look,
time
now
ago.
I'm defending him because he said.
I'm not getting in the middle of anything. I just he came into my workplace and he did a press junket for the book, obviously. And he was like probably one of the best guests that we've had so far, and it was like really cool to work with him. And then afterwards, he was really nice to me. And like we talked about comedy for a little bit, which is really cool. And he like shook my hand, and then I was like, "Do you know? I also work for Marina Franklin. Do you know her?" And then he was like, "Oh my God, yes! Like I think we've had like the same circle, but we've never like had like that many interactions." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "I always thought that she deserved more credit for the work that she's been doing." And I was like, "Cool."
Aww.
And that was like the extent of it. And then I didn't get to talk to him more because he got pulled away. So.
You didn't get to tell him to come on Friends Like Us.
No, I was trying. I was about to give him the pitch, and then his like publicist was like, "We've got a schedule," and I was like,
"Oh, that's okay." Yeah, they saw it coming. They're like, they saw it in your eyes, and they were like, "Cut this short, cut this short."
But yeah, I don't know. I had a good experience with them. But.
Oh, Hatem is saying, "Happy birthday!"
Hatem.
Happy birthday!
I invited him out Monday too.
Happy birthday!
I invited Celine and Evelyn and Marina, and nobody showed up.
Well, I had a lot of work to do. Long story, but you know, I have some pictures actually to share of Juskow on his birthday. But until that time, you guys talk amongst yourselves because it always takes me a long time to set it up.
Oh, I just like to say, Marcy, thank again for those books. I'm very excited. She said the small book she gave me, Celine, she gave me these like, you know, like small books that are the complete collections of.
I love those.
I do too.
Awesome. I love mini things. I love things that are just like, smaller than they're supposed to be. I think it's so.
I like that too. It's just hard for me to read nowadays. I gotta get some glasses. Oh, what? How long? When was that?
This was at the Conan O'Brien taping.
Oh, wait.
When I taped for Conan O'Brien.
That's Jessica Pilot, right?
Yeah, there's Jessica. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yes, Celine, do you know who you're working for? Yes, Marina was on the Conan show not once, twice.
That's right. That's the way we have the picture. Oh, are you going to show it next? I won't spoil it then.
Which one? Oh, no, I don't have that picture.
Oh, I have it.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to pull it up?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Or I could go to my website. I think it's on my website.
Oh, it is?
Hold on. Yes, I think I kept it because so what it is, Celine, is Dave is always like my security, basically. So he's always around. Let's see. I don't think I have it, Jusky.
The one with the celebrity guy?
What celebrity guy?
That's what I was talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have
the one who was there that day. The reason why we.
Oh, I have that picture, but I didn't pull that up.
You have a picture with Conan?
I do. I have several, but this is the other picture of Juskow being.
That is
Juskow.
Rachel's kid's first birthday?
Yes. And that's Rachel's mother-in-law who Juskow was ruining every.
That's what I do.
Because he's like, you see, this woman doesn't know that he's behind her doing this.
Hey, we're all gonna get laid.
Well, those glasses are ridiculous.
That's what makes it so funny.
Yes. Oh
Look at-
God.
Celine is just appalled by this. Appalled.
So,
I'm just soaking it all in.
and then we have. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, your friend.
Oh, that was at. Oh, that's Lois. Oh God.
There's your friend. This is
No.
when we were
Oh,
opening
right,
for
Gaffigan,
Jim
right.
Gaffigan at the when we were in the pandemic. We were doing shows for him in front of cars.
That's right. I was looking at her boobies. Yeah, sorry.
And Lois, this is when you guys were good friends. Remember the good times, Justin?
Yeah, I do. Remember, she bent down and I was staring at her boobies as a joke.
There's my
Which-
there's Lois. There's the Lois who said, Celine, you weren't here for this, but they're fighting right now because I don't know, Juskow did something we don't. I don't want to get in the middle of it, but I know that she was gonna throw scones at his head. She goes, "Well, here's your fucking scones, you fuck."
Yep, that's the scones lady, Catalina. Exactly.
She goes, "If I'm going to tell you something, Juskow. If you're
Well-
not going to accept my apology, that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to apologize to you. And that's the way that I talk. I'm from Ireland. It's the way that we talk. If you can't handle it."
Well, I went to visit my friend who was there that night, who came to our show, who you were mean to. And
was mean to
he was
somebody?
talking about it again, too. He was like, he still can't believe that lady was
I
throwing
was not
scones
mean
at
to
him.
your friend. Oh, because he tried to videotape.
Oh, no, he didn't know any better about that because they didn't announce it. He was just videotaping me.
I was not mean to him.
You weren't.
You know what? Screw your birthday. Here's your fucking scone.
No, you weren't me. It was just he was there when the entire incident happened, so it's awesome.
And then here you are.
Oh,
Look
it's
at that
my
guy.
birthday. That guy looks like
Oh my
he's
God.
up to something. I mean, yeah.
I love Celine and Evelyn's face while I'm showing these pictures.
They just have no patience for any of this. Yeah.
Well,
And then-
it's so, I've only met Dave in person once, so it's very like seeing that like it's weird to see you have like a body and not just be like a person
Oh.
on a screen.
Yeah, and this is like my second time here, so I'm just like,
Right.
okay.
Here's pre-pandemic, Dave.
Well, as you can see, we do have a past, Celine. I've known Marina for a long time.
I've worn that shirt 1,000 times.
I've worn that shirt 1,000 times. I think I'm going to wear it tonight.
I wore this yesterday. That shirt. And
That
look,
was such
and
a
there's
great night.
Sarah. Beth
That was one of
Stelling.
That was one of the best nights I ever had. I think because with the night that we were in Pennsylvania and then we went to Atlantic City, that was the best night when you guys were complaining about the hotel rooms and I was downstairs gambling and it was like being in like camp, like summer or something like a sleepover, and we were all texting each other about the rooms and it was so much fun.
It was. We had a great time. Look, and it says friends in the back.
Right, it was Sarah Silverman and Friends, and we were the friends. It was like if you guys are too young, but there was a show called Gilligan's Island, and they have the entire cast at the beginning showing in a song, and then there's two people left, and they just say "and the rest." They couldn't say the last two people, and then by the season 3, they finally put them in. The Professor and Marianne. How many of you guys know that? I'm saying in the chat.
They don't care.
I'm talking to the chat room right now.
Well, I know of Gilligan's Island.
I know of it too.
So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for the birthday. I have some videos, but I can't download it. So I was gonna have a video of us with Sarah when we were doing our little boomerang thing.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but it's not downloading. But you have years and years, and Juskow's always thrown me birthdays, so this is also very special.
Well, I never have anything to do Christmas Day, so I'm the perfect person to throw you a birthday.
I forget that. I never think about that.
That's
Oh,
what
look,
you
they're
want
looking
to
for
do.
it. D, give Juskow a break. It's his birthday, okay? He's not going to be messy today. I mean, he was a little messy. He attacked Celine on her income I mean, not her income, but her coming into the show.
Oh yeah. Well, you have it. Listen, I'm an older
Oh, there we
gentleman.
go.
I have to comment on her tardiness.
He said you look very cool in that picture.
Which one? The one where I'm annoying Rachel's mother-in-law?
Yeah.
How do you feel being 1 year older, Jessica?
Oh, I love it.
Interesting.
Absolutely love it. Yeah. What kind of question is that?
Well,
It's the
I feel like
worst.
a lot of people your age perhaps don't love aging.
Nobody likes aging after a certain age. After about 30, everybody gets upset. Women and men. After 30, it's all downhill.
Speak for
People get
yourself.
upset.
I look amazing.
No, I didn't say you didn't look amazing. You do
That's
look
what
amazing.
Elon Gold told me this week. He was like, "You look good still."
Still, is that what he said?
Yeah,
That's
Elon.
crazy.
He
Yeah,
looks
Elon.
good. He looks exactly the same as when we met him. Quite
Mhm.
frankly.
He has a baby face.
Yeah, he does. He actually does look exactly the same. You're right. He was taping at the Comedy Cellar. He had someone following him around. And he was like, "Marina, you are always my favorite person in the world." Oh, and he always talks with his head with a slight slant.
Well, he's a little full of himself. Yeah.
Why is his head always slanted like that? Is that a neck thing?
No, I think he just thinks he's better and he's judging people like this. I mean, he definitely has an attitude, you know.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
you remember when he was in my movie, that the movie I made about the cars? We had him do this. He played Howard Stern. He's an unbelievable impressionist. And he played Howard Stern, and he put on this wig, and he just goes, "Watch the transformation, people." I mean, like, who says that? You know. Meanwhile, he was brilliant. I mean, really brilliant.
You know who's brilliant? I love that he's in town. You guys probably may know him, Kyle Dunnigan.
Oh my God, that guy's oh my
Such
God.
a talent. He was on stage last night, and he goes on the piano. But when at this Village Underground, you saw this, Celine. They have the music, right? So he sits down at the piano. But before he sat down at the piano, the guy Red, he goes, "Ooh, Red, what's that song?" And Red was about to say it. He goes, "Play it. Don't say it."
Yeah,
And it was just so funny.
He's also a talented musician. Yeah, so we had him on the Billy Joel podcast because he got to go on stage with, granted, with Amy Schumer and who's the Oscar winner from Silver Linings Playbook, and he got to go on stage and dance to Uptown Girl with Billy Joel on stage at the Chicago Enormo Dome.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a big Billy Joel fan too. So it was like, can you imagine,
He's
being a
trying to
fan?
move here.
He is?
He's one of those guys where you're like, he's so talented. You're like, maybe stay in LA.
Yeah. So it's not just that. The worst part is, he used to date Sarah Silverman.
Yes.
So I didn't know him, and Sarah would always try and convince me he was funny, but I couldn't see it because every time we're together, he was just like, "Hey," like
He's different.
In talking to him, he's not funny.
Well,
So
he
he was
can
always
be.
either
He's
half
a little
asleep
nervous.
or
They're a
whatever,
little
or
nervous.
maybe nervous. And then, now I've seen him on Instagram and stuff, and his Instagram posts are unbelievable. And now I get it. But there was no indication while they were dating that he was funny or hilarious or anything that anybody was telling me until finally they broke up and I just saw him in other things. And I'm like, I get it.
He told a great story on stage that I probably shouldn't share, but the premise of it is he performed for the, who's the successful guy, the big, tall.
David Juskow.
No.
Everything you just said made sense.
The other one,
Successful
the guy who does all the speech and he gets people riled up about
President Biden.
No, the guy, the tall, he's got the black hair, and then he got in trouble during the pandemic. Or no, not the
Dave
church guy.
Chappelle. I mean, where are we going? What is he, a comedian?
No, he's a motivational speaker. Someone out there.
Tony Roberts.
Yes,
Robbins.
Tony Roberts. Yes.
Is it Tony Roberts or Robbins?
Yes,
Tony Roberts is the one from Annie Hall.
Someone said John Lovitz. No. Yeah, Tony Roberts. He did. Oh, he opened for him on his birthday, and Kyle said it was the worst. He goes into the story of how it was the worst
Oh yeah.
bomb ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Chris Murphy takes his classes Tony Robbins. Yeah. He takes his classes all the time. Says it costs money. Everybody's on it. I mean, that guy makes a fortune. And he's been around a long time. Remember, he was in that movie with Jack Black, the one with Gwyneth Paltrow. He's the one that gets powers. Shallow Hal.
Oh, that was a horrible movie.
Maybe, and it was bad, but he's been. That's how. Maybe that was 2005. I mean, that's
Celine, you could take a nap if you want while I don't even blame you at this point.
You brought him up.
I was napping a little bit too. Celine was sleeping with her eyes open.
No comments.
I don't think Celine.
Celine, how's your week been?
Conversations.
Gotta wait.
Birthday over.
Wait, finish the story.
Go ahead. Sorry. Dave.
Well, no, that was the end of the story. Unless Marina had the story. I'm going to try and find that picture that I want to find of us.
It's just he bombed. I can't tell his story because the joke is his. So I don't want to. You have to go see him do it. And he was working on it. But he did. I can say this part. It's funny that Tony Robbins, because he's such a positive guy.
Yeah.
He can't say, "Oh, you ruined my birthday," and you. He said, "Oh, that was epic."
That's so funny.
Which is like a positive way of saying you. So funny. So now, do you know Kyle Dunnigan?
I know of him, like rough. I haven't seen as much of his comedy.
They know most of the girls he slept with.
Okay, but I know generally who he is. Yeah.
Oh. So, Celine, how was your week so far?
Good. I've just been working. Got my first published thing. So that's cool.
Hey, that's fantastic.
It was on Jezebel, right?
Yeah, I got published in Jezebel, so that's cool.
What? What are you talking about?
Marina's been trying to get published there for years.
Did you send it to me so we can promote it? That's amazing.
Sure,
what is it?
Well, I'm like the video assistant for the company that owns all of those sites. So finally they were like, oh yeah, like you can help us like write and like be in the videos. So I got to write something yesterday and it was published. So really cool.
That's so really you have exciting. To send that so we can promote it. Okay, don't be shy.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
I saw it. I see the talent. It's there. I saw it in Evelyn. I see it in you. Both of you. I love, I don't have kids, so this is like the best part of what I do. It's like I see I've seen Evelyn just like you don't even realize it. I've seen you. You don't see the growth, but I've seen you when you were little.
I know. Well, it's crazy. Like
you were a little girl when you walked into
I know. I was like just out of college.
Yeah, you were a baby, really. I remember seeing you. I go, wow, she's so and you look at you. You just flowered and you gorgeous. And, I mean, you've always been gorgeous, but it's just great to see you both do well in this industry and figuring out your path. So, and I'm at the beginning of seeing Celine, so. But I know it's gonna be good. I knew right away because she showed what is really called
hard to get into.
D, don't be starting trouble.
Oh,
D, stay. I ain't even repeating that.
Oh no,
Marina, what's the title book behind you? I can see half of the title. Oh yeah, that's been the running joke, Hatem. That it looks like it says Inside Com, but it's comedy. By David Steinberg.
That's awesome.
Because the comedy is the most important thing, and Marina's fabulous.
His birthday was recent as well.
It was?
Yeah, about a week ago. Robin. So I'm working with, as Evelyn knows, I'm working with his wife, trying to get that animation going.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
I know. But it's still, they've reshaped it into something that they're going to repitch and.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool.
I love Robin. Robin is just incredible, and she's got the best stories, Hollywood stories. I just sit there and one with Joe Pesci. She told me a great. I can't tell it because it's hers, but it's Joe. Like she's the story just was like, oh, so he's really basically he really can't take a joke. You know how in movies he's like, "You making fun of me," and he gets all angry.
You're talking about Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
You mean in Goodfellas, like where he's like, "What am I, a clown? What am I here to
Yes,
amuse
but
you?"
he's actually really like that.
I actually
That's
heard that.
so funny.
I heard that when they were doing Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield, he was getting pissed that Rodney didn't know his lines properly. You know, like, and he's like, "Well, why would he? He's an actor."
I get no respect, huh?
Marina,
It's
I'm
like one of my
sending you-
favorite
I
things
found
about
both
like
pictures,
Mm.
but I had to embed them. I hope you can get them. I didn't.
I haven't gotten them yet.
Well, I just sent
Sorry.
them. See if you get them. They might be
Oh,
early.
oh, there it is. Yes. Celine, what? So that is a freaking big deal. I'm surprised you didn't share that with me right away. What is wrong with you?
It happened literally yesterday at like 7 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
and then
then
I just put it on my story, and that was it. So I didn't do anything else.
Okay, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay, so this is the picture of Juskow with me being security after Conan O'Brien.
See, Celine, I take care of Marina.
I also did Stephen Colbert, and he was there as well. I don't have that picture, but this is
Also dressed as security.
Yeah, I'm like Whitney Houston, and
the bodyguard.
That's right.
there's Kevin
I
Costner
am Kevin Costner.
That's so funny.
I make sure Marina is okay.
on The Bodyguard,
Well,
and I
there
just
is
ate a
something to it.
cupcake.
And she's carrying popcorn.
And so like because he's got red hair, he does the Garrett's popcorn from Chicago, which is really awesome. Look, Stephen Easter is giving birthday shout outs. Mine was on the 11th. Well, happy birthday, Stephen Easter. Happy birthday,
fellow Leo.
Yes. Yeah, it's not just popcorn. It's Garrett. Now, Evelyn knows about. Sorry for hiding your face, Celine. I'm really
okay.
sorry.
I have to pause
you
anyway.
always
I
like
need to
to
get
hide
my
mine.
charger.
I'll see. She's got an episode now out on Jezebel, so she's got to pause. She's got to she needs a moment.
Wow. How about that? You got to respect that, huh?
I need to plug in my charger.
Look at it's just her letter.
Marina, I didn't want to say she's unprofessional, but I guess everybody's thinking it.
Oh, this is a great picture. I love this picture so much.
I love it too. And I like, what? I love being your bodyguard.
And I was in a lot of pain that day.
I like when I travel with you or Sarah or anybody that, is doing a show, I like kind of being like in charge in a sense of making sure everybody, my friend is okay and that they have everything. I kind of enjoy it. I think I'd be a good manager.
Do you remember I was sad over a guy. Don't say the name. Don't you dare say the name. Do you remember that?
I remember.
I could not stop.
Yeah, we went to a hotel and we went to eat and you were almost in tears.
And look, this expression is really about him. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, come
Conan,
on.
right? What is his
like,
story?
He was mad because I didn't tell him.
I remember, and I think you were upset about him before you were doing the show, and I'm like, I just don't want this to ruin your performance.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, women entertainers, men can't handle it sometimes. I'm telling you. And the more you do, the more stressful it can be.
Marina, I can't believe you just said that. I think I told everybody on my podcast, my friend Jasmine, she's an attorney, and she just got divorced because her husband could not handle that she is extremely successful and more successful than he is. And so many men can't. I've been hearing all these stories lately, and let alone we know, Sarah used to have those problems. Finding a guy who is just okay with a girl. My new girl at my office was like her. She was afraid to tell her husband that she was getting a raise because he might be fired, and that shouldn't be the case, right? You should be able to tell your partner everything and not hold back because you feel like you're going to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, it's surprising that's still like an issue in 2022.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
He is like, why are you betraying us? Don't be giving away our secrets.
because I hear it because I've been hearing it a lot lately, and I used to be that way too, and now that I'm at this age, and I really couldn't care less. Like now I expect all the women in my life are more successful than me, so I've learned to deal with it, but it took a very long time.
So now we've moved on to the Jeff Goldblum picture.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's a good
He had to
photo.
bend down for us. He's so goddamn tall.
And he's so cool.
Yeah.
Was
and
it-
he
I
has
was just about to say, is he as cool as like I think he is?
yeah, he's cool, and he has a huge penis.
Okay.
That I don't know anything about.
Well, I know.
Juskow. Was something going on when I wasn't looking?
No, I just know facts.
You can just tell.
No,
All I know is he was he was so friendly. I felt like I knew him. It didn't even feel like like some celebrities when you're around them, like especially because I'm around them. They have a look sort of that can gloss over their eyes, like, do you know who I am? Like, why are you so
Yeah.
comfortable with me? That never happened with
well,
him.
also he knew you were on the show, so that already gives you kind of an in because
I don't think he would have been that way either. He was nice to you.
Well, he was nice to me because what I seen him on Broadway, and that's all they ever care about. So I'm like, oh, I saw you in The Tale of the Allergist's Wife, or so whatever it was that I had just seen him in. So if you say to an actor you've seen them on Broadway, that's all they ever care about. That's the greatest thing you could tell, a film person or a movie star, which he really is. If you say you've seen them perform in theater, they get it. They're your friend for life.
Have you guys seen the Jurassic Park, the last one?
Whoa.
Is he
No,
in that
not
too?
the most recent one. No.
He's in it. Yeah, he looks good still. He looks.
Yeah, no, he looks.
Talk about still.
Well, remember, he wasn't that as he was kind of known as not the attractive guy. That's that's why as he grow older, he got like more kind of attractive, I guess.
I don't know.
He was in
in the original one, I felt like he was old. Like he wasn't like he was like the like unattractive one. Like I thought he was fairly
Yeah.
good in that.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, that was already like 10 years after his first film. He was already older already.
Right.
With, The Big Chill, I believe, was the first one
Oh.
with Buckaroo Banzai. These 80s movies, and then what? Oh, The Fly was
Fly
what made him
was
a movie star.
That was the best.
He should have been
remake.
nominated for Best Actor for that. He was unbelievable. That changed his whole career
Unbelievable.
around.
The
Changed his whole
Fly
career
is a
around.
dope movie.
Yeah, you seen it, Celine? The one from the 80s with Gina
Dope.
Davis? Wasn't
And the
that
fact
amazing?
that you can watch that, Celine, and enjoy it, because I know your generation, it's hard to watch certain movies the way they look
Yeah.
because they look older. So I've known some people who are just, they cannot, they're like the way the picture, it's not the content, it's the way the picture looks.
That
So that's
one
pretty
holds up.
cool.
That one holds up because because of his performance. That's why it holds up. It's not your just basic guy and story. Because remember, that story's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. I mean, guy turns into a fly. What are you kidding? That's the premise. But he made it awesome and like so well acted, and you bought it. You bought the premise. That's how good he is, right?
Why is Stace saying help me? Are you okay? Is that what he said in The Fly?
Well, it might have to be with, oh yeah, right. I think he did. And then he would be like, because I might hurt you. Stay away from me.
Oh yeah, because yes. No, I don't want to. If you haven't seen it, I want to ruin. I mean, I don't know. Can you say that after a movie's been around that long? But
Right?
I
Exactly.
feel like after I'm of the opinion like if a movie's been out for like 3 weeks, you can say.
Well, that
whatever
is a
you
younger
want.
generation thing. I mean, I remember in a Happy Days episode, they gave away the ending to Psycho. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe they just did that. And that was like, already 10, 15 years old.
well, the new Jurassic Park or World or Dominion or whatever, I don't know. It was okay. I was looking forward to seeing it. The last two were kind of like,
Yeah.
the magic is gone. But
Yeah.
like,
I
there
like
was
the first
one
too.
scene with the young lady who is like Ron Howard's niece or whatever. Like Hollywood runs deep, man. They don't.
Oh wait, I think it's his daughter.
It's his daughter.
Oh, that's his daughter.
Bryce
Oh,
Dallas Howard.
Bryce. Yeah.
There's a great scene with her. She's beautiful. I like
She's
the
a
way they
strange
filmed
one.
it.
I think is she heavy? Like heavier than, like, I mean, she's like big, right?
She's a normal body.
I can never tell. No, because she was playing a model in Spider-Man 3, and then I feel like she gained some weight, but
Look at our faces.
nobody minds. It's just kind of funny that she's had a really good career, like, because you don't
Well,
see a
'cause
lot of women
she's-
like that in Hollywood.
There's a
that's all.
lot of like what?
Not with staying power like that, where they get a little heavier.
Yes.
You know how it is. I'm not saying anything nobody knows. You know
No,
how they treat
listen,
women
that
in
is
Hollywood.
actually that's the thing that Tom Papa even said years ago. He goes, it's in now. Like true women body size. Amy Schumer actually
Well, that should be out.
broke that, like for her generation, really, she's not like thin. She talks about it all the time. And it became more, and then we got Lizzo, and yeah, no, it's fine. You
Yeah,
can be
but
whatever
Lizzo is
size you want
awesome.
now. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm loving that. Hopefully I can get a piece of that. I'm hoping.
Stop with that juicing.
I have a joke now. I think Celine, I think you heard it. My new joke about how I had a friend who likes. Were you there?
Oh
Marcy?
yes, I
And
know
it
what you're
is
talking
true.
about.
Yeah, you know Mike Yard, right?
Me?
Juskow. Do you know Mike Yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes plus size women. And recently he told me I looked amazing. And I was like,
Uh-oh. Well, I've always, my sister knows that's my
Like-
type too. Now, I don't know about plus, but I've always liked not thin women.
Well, he likes plus. Like his.
He's
It's a
right.
sad story, but his wife was a actual plus size model,
Oh.
and she was beautiful. I mean, my God! And she passed away, and it was
Oh.
a big story because she was like actually in, not Revenge of the Nerds, but she was in Road Trip, one of the Road Trip,
Right.
and she's getting surgery, and
Prom
it
Green.
was really sad. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
she was getting surgery
on her
to
knee.
not be that way anymore.
No, on her knee.
Oh,
Just a knee
just
surgery.
on her knee.
And
She
I had
died
blood
from
clot.
that knee surgery.
Mhm.
Oh, that's messed up. I keep
I
thinking.
never
about
got knee
surgery.
surgery because of that.
Wow.
Actually, I thought about it and I was like, oh,
Well,
I
that's
never
the
thought
problem. You
about.
kind of have to take the risk every time you go into surgery. Anything could happen. That's what happened to Joan Rivers, right?
Yeah.
It was a
it wasn't like a
routine
major
routine operation.
surgery.
Of course, when you're older, and if you're in your 80s, any kind of surgery could be your last. But yeah, those routine. I mean, you never know. You sign these things that you don't know what you're signing, and they're all just like, well, if I mess up, you have to just deal with it. It's not what can you do? Don't have the surgery. I mean, that's not really an issue.
Yes, and
I
Catalina
didn't know
says
you
the
needed knee surgery. I
anesthesia.
mean, you should rethink that if you're in some sort of pain.
She wanted to run. She wanted to get in shape. I get that because I have knee problems too. I've had it since
Well,
college, high
I just
school.
said. I mean, if you're having knee problems that you actually need surgery and you're thinking of not getting it because of this one case, you should rethink it because your life will be better when you're older. Just be careful. That's all. Don't just because you have to take the risk sometimes for your own health.
And I'm a black woman too, so they. I gotta bring, like I say on stage,
You're
I gotta
not
bring a
using a
white
best
woman in the
surgeon?
room. I gotta bring my Lois in the room so she could do her Irish voice, and I go, "Oh, look, okay, we'll take care of her."
Well, remember, I was suspicious about your surgery, your cancer surgeon.
She was great. She was the best.
Well, I was upset that you had a woman. Remember? I was like, wait,
True
what?
story, guys. While going into surgery for breast cancer lumpectomy, the guy looks at me. He's about to put me under anesthesia, guy, and he goes, "Marina Franklin," and I was like, "What?"
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
so
to
And
weird.
I'm butt naked, mind you. He goes, "You do that joke about sitting on the guy's face? I love that bit. You go,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
shit on his face." And I was like, this is gonna be my last image. If I don't come out, at least I know someone liked my joke before the ending, But it was
That's
crazy.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was so.
He's
I feel like after that, you would have like a really kind of like trippy, like anesthesia, like dream while you're out.
I was just like, oh. Well, it was also like, I was like, I guess this is why you get private doctors and stuff, but I don't have enough money for that. I mean, I'm a DCE celebrity, but I didn't think that there would be someone right there who recognized me. And when you're about to go out, all you see is their face.
Yeah.
So he was like, guess what? And then when I came out, the doctor was like, he was talking about you through the whole. He was telling all your jokes. I was like, while you're like cutting into my breast, I was like, well, at least it made you guys care. Whatever, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait,
We have
hey,
to maintain.
Catalina, if
You
you're
do a
out
good
there,
job.
Catalina, do you want to talk about your thing? I don't know whether you do. I didn't mention it
Hello.
at all.
You guys, oh, from Kenya. Hello, Alan or Alon Runo from Kenya. Wait, from Kenya. What up? While we're at it, Evelyn, why don't you give us some reviews?
Oh, wait,
Read
can I
us-
just, before you do, Catalina just had, she just say it's okay. She just had surgery. She just had a tumor removed.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad you. How are you feeling,
And
Catalina?
a suspect, like one that just was like, hey, I'm in a lot of pain, doc. What's going on? And they had to immediately operate. And so she's resting for 14 days.
Oh my
She's
God,
okay.
I'm so glad you're okay, Catalina. That's wonderful.
I just wasn't sure if I should mention, but she says it's okay. So
That's
I'm so
great.
it's so wonderful that she's with us today because she's in bed rest. So this is the perfect thing for her. I'm sorry, Evelyn.
That's for Catalina.
Oh. Thank you for joining us.
Hope you recover well.
Catalina is very sweet, very sweet.
Okay, Evelyn, and for our reviews and the preview.
Yeah, so I just grabbed some from Apple Podcasts. Just a reminder that you should leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts for friends like us. It helps other people find the podcast. So this first one is from username Noble Vessel, who said, great show, 5 stars. I love the comedic and mature edge to social commentary and the discussion of entertainment. I look forward to when the podcast drops every Wednesday. It brings a lot of levity to my week. And this one says, Marina is the best there is, 5 stars. I love everything about friends like us. Please keep it up. Also, really great reviews for this week.
That's
My
great.
podcast has never gotten 5 stars. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah, well, we have some really, what do we have this week? We have Nina Karufi and Zawadi Morris from the Brooklyn
good.
Reader in Brooklyn. And we also had Noye. We talked a lot about stocks this week, and we talked about forgiveness. Do you accept forgiveness? The Will Smith's apology, Louis' apology.
Even if you don't love me anymore.
Oh,
Don Henley.
Does anyone know? I'm lost on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
Marina, do you know what I was doing before when I say, because you're the only one that'll know when I say, oh, he's good. He's good. You know what I'm doing?
Oh, I feel like I do.
Oh, he's good. I was talking to Laurence Olivier the other day, and I'm, oh, he's good.
John Travolta.
Yeah, he's the one from the Polaroid commercial. Oh, he's good. He's good. Yeah. I'm sorry, Marina and I love Saturday Night Fever.
When I first got here, do you know how to type? I mean, he does stuff for me. He really takes care of me.
No, I mean, what does he mean to you, right? I mean, who is he to you?
He gets me stuff. I make up the line.
Yeah, I bet. What kind of stuff, right? I got fired today because you couldn't move on a weekend.
Oh,
I get off, no problem. It wasn't a problem. David Bowie came into the office today.
So no references from Dave Juskow. Will you ever get Celine because you're of a different age? And it's really for you to do research after he does the impression.
It's more like a class, what I'm trying to teach. So
Saturday Night Fever, though, is probably the most. You know what I have on?
It's hard to watch, Celine. I would be fascinated to see what you thought of it now because it is harsh.
Honestly, that's like one movie on my watch list because I think one of my friends had to watch it for a class, and I just never did.
It doesn't hold up in any. You got to be prepared. It
holds up. It's just
it holds up, but it's
triggering.
It's not what you're thinking it is because it was such a phenomenon and it's dancing that the other parts, the way they treat women, things like that it's real and that's the way it was in Brooklyn, but it's hard to watch. Especially
that's
in a day and age like this.
Flashdance. I watched Flashdance.
That's a horrible movie.
No, it's not.
That's
It's
an
one of the
awful
best
movie with an
movies
amazing
ever. I had so
soundtrack.
many ripped shirts because of that movie.
You're only thinking about the soundtrack and the fashion, but the movie itself is
No.
really
Wait,
bad.
actually, I
Please
really
don't
agree with
run
him.
away.
Thank you,
I
Celine.
don't like that movie.
So that's what I'm saying. Saturday Night Fever is not like, it's a really good movie, and John Travolta's amazing. He was nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah.
He's so amazing.
Jennifer
And
Beals is
his
amazing in
dancing,
that.
and Jennifer Beals didn't even do her own dancing in the
I
movie. That's why that movie
know.
stinks. John Travolta is the best, and Olivia Newton-John is dead, and she couldn't even keep up with his dancing, and she was awesome. And they combined again in 1983 for a movie called Two of a Kind, which bombed. And I was just saying the other day, they should have had their own TV series. Everybody loved those two together. They should have gotten married.
Catalina, I agree with you. I think I
Sandy
love
and
Dirty
Danny.
Dancing.
I
Oh,
love
Dirty
Dirty Dancing.
Such a good movie.
Dirty Dancing.
Footloose. How about Footloose? Footloose.
Well, Footloose is.
How about Beat Street?
Footloose isn't great either, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Beat Street.
And the fact that
Ooh.
Kevin Bacon is still around and still relevant and
Oh,
still
and
awesome.
I saw him in Central Park. No lie, on my bike.
He's hot.
I'm like literally on my bike, just going through Central Park, and he's just walking casually.
He's way cool.
And I was
He's
like,
cool.
you
He's
can't
happily
be just
married.
walking like this in Central by himself, just
Yeah,
walking.
He's a New Yorker, and him and his wife are very happily married. You know where they got screwed? By the Madoff thing.
I
Oh,
know, I saw
really?
that.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But I will say, you know who else I saw walking through Central Park like that? Liam Neeson.
Oh, really?
Right after his
Recently?
wife, no, right
Oh.
after,
right
his
after his
wife
died.
passed.
Yeah.
Because I used to run. I used to do 4 miles. I
And
used to
that's a
run.
guy who can't just walk around and not be noticed. He's like 6'5".
He's really tall.
Yeah.
And it
got
was
a
just
huge
me
penis
and
as well.
him. It
I
was
don't
the
know why I know all
path.
this stuff.
And I also saw him in a bar. There's this bar on 57th Street. PJ, I forgot what it's called. PJ something, but it's an Irish pub.
PJ Clark's?
PJ Clark's.
PJ
Yeah.
The one by
Carneys.
Lincoln Center?
The one right by Columbus Circle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're talking about PJ Clark's. It's a little further up by Columbus Circle, closer to right across from Lincoln Center. It's a new one. The original one's by me on 55th and 3rd.
No, this is I stepped on his toe though. I remember that. And he was drunk as a skunk. Oh, Mr. Welcome back, Mr. Don't be putting that stereotype. Celine was late today and she ain't black. Just a little update on the podcast, though, just so you know who's on the show and why it's a really good one. We had also, who's the week before, Celine, that we had before Nina Karufi and Zawadi? Do you remember?
I should know because I'm the one that edits.
I should know too because I'm also
Was
the host.
it? I think it was Keith Price was one of the guests, right?
Oh wow, yes, it is.
Talking about monkeypox.
Yeah.
And you were wondering why the audio didn't do as well. And I it's so funny because I was like, yeah, if they say anything offensive, it's, Instagram kind of shadow bans it. I noticed I put up something positive and I knew it wasn't going to get any likes about
the rubber hose.
Imagine Society, Juskow, you part of, where we gave donations to a school in the Bronx, Legree Baptist Church, from the Imagine Society, which is Jeannie Gaffigan. She's married to Jim Gaffigan. We have this nonprofit organization that we help with different groups with different things, equity in school. I posted it on Instagram. I'm talking about 5 likes, maybe 8.
Yeah, it's like for my job, we talk a lot about how like the Instagram algorithm is changing. They're trying to make it more like TikTok. So it's like they want you to do reels. They're pushing reels so
really
hard.
annoying.
It's so annoying because they're like they're pushing it by like putting suggested posts on your page of like people you don't even follow. So you just watch these random people's reels.
So I you know how on Facebook, well, you guys wouldn't know, but on Facebook, for the older folk, for your birthday, they allow you to say like, hey, you should, have your friends donate to a charity or something. So but they don't give you a chance. Like you fill out the charity and they don't let you write anything about it or anything. Because my niece is running for this charity for the John Ritter Fund, the aortic awareness, the John Ritter, from Three's Company, and I'm very friendly with very close with his wife, and so my niece is able to be part of the group to run for the New York City Marathon, and Team Ritter. So I put it on Facebook, but you can't get her to donate on Facebook they're so specific. Like just they don't give you a chance to like re-look at it or add on. I'd like people to donate for my niece so she could raise this money to run, but they don't let you do it. So today I put it up like just on my regular post, and I'm hoping people will get it. I wouldn't put it up on Instagram, I guess, because it's not worth it. Right?
You can't put it up here?
Oh, I could.
Yeah, find it while we talk. So, Miss, you know what, Stace? I wanted to ask you about Sean's audio while you're here, because we've had some issues where it was repeating. Was it doing that for you when you were actually listening backstage? That's what I'm curious about, because this is a new feature, and I'm wondering what is causing that repeat thing that's happening. We've had some issues, so it's been a pain. And editing takes me, I do the first edit round, and then I have an editor that cleans it, and he's really great, Jonathan. But it's been a doozy. And you get to see that, Stace, in real time, because we have this new feature where you can actually be backstage and listen to the podcast. And I'm wondering now if that feature, they haven't really, it's a new update. I'm wondering if it's causing the audio problems.
That sounds like it could be, because I'm sure like having multiple things running at once is probably interrupting with the audio in some way.
Yeah, so she's saying, yeah, you're right. There was a little echo headset use. Did he repeat though? Did it sound like he repeated himself? Yeah. It's always a challenge, Stace. You get to see it in real time. You get to see what I have to go through with that, and probably because it was cutting out in and out for you, because it wasn't really cutting in and out for us. It's a new feature, but they're probably going to fix it, because I like to yell and write letters. So I've been writing a ton of letters to Squadcast about get it right.
Wait, so is this new update like so people can listen while you're recording?
They can watch.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, so like Stace was there in real time watching the show, and TB. Oh, so TB, you didn't have a problem. So Stace, that was probably, it may have been your thing. So, okay, there it is. And you're right. There was a little echo headset usually. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Stace. Yeah. The way you go backstage for our podcast, I record every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the way that you get to go backstage is you have to be a Patreon Golden friend. It's a certain tier group. So not just any friend, you have to be Golden. And Stace and TB both were there on Monday, and they are golden. And TB was like, "This is awesome," because it's like you get the audio, you get to see like all the stuff that I go through, like trying to get, it's not easy. I put a lot of work into this podcast. Why do you think I have so many assistants? And to answer your question, D, I would never let my assistants fight to the death ever.
I would like
funny comment though.
I know. Wait, listen, what did you say? She said, "Oh, D's. Oh, Mr. Marina, if all your assistants, past and present, had to fight to the death, who would win?" See, I'm not answering that. Venus is saying Evelyn. That's just because you've known Evelyn longer.
I know.
Celine is new to the table. Okay, there's no competition. I don't do that. They're all equal in my eyes.
I think Evelyn would win though. I think she would like throw a fire reductress headline at me and I would just die.
Now, did someone buy Reductress recently?
Yeah, a media company just acquired Reductress. Sarah Papalardo, who is the editor-in-chief, emailed all the contributors this past week. So yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Like, I don't at this point, like, I don't think it's changing at all. But like, I am interested to see.
Do you know who acquired?
Sarah told me. Let me see if I can find it in my email. It's a media company that I had actually not heard of before. But like, Sarah was like, they align with like our values. So, yeah, let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I had no idea that that was actually like they're in the process of like doing that. So interesting.
I sent you the thing by email, Marina, for my niece.
Oh. Okay. Great.
I mean, it is for a good cause.
Yes, let's put that in here. Here you go. Here you go. Everyone, get on board. Get on. Oh, what? Let's see. All. Okay. There we go.
And every year, you know, the way we help with Imagine, I help with this charity, the John Ritter one, in the same way, like do the best I can. You know, they have a thing every year that I try and help organize and stuff like that. So,
yeah, you're such a good person, Juskow.
well, only when it concerns me. These are people from Three's Company; they're my heroes. So, you know, that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Otherwise, you know, if they weren't like, you know, a sitcom from the '70s, I wouldn't help.
That's really sweet.
Just kidding.
Look, I sound like I didn't mean that, but I did. I just heard myself. I was like, that's really, you know, at the farmer's market today, a couple of people told me really long stories behind the tents.
Oh, did you see what I sent Marina a picture from the farmer? I saw a farmer's market. I was down at the beach on Friday or Thursday, and I sent her a picture. I saw a farmer's market. How could you not think of Marina when you see a farmer's market? Any farmer's market nowadays, right?
Well, I'll tell you, like, I had this one brother wanted to tell me this long story about this hibiscus tea. And I was just like, all right, got it. And he was like, anyway, if you wrap back around and you decide you want to buy this, I go, have a great day.
Yeah.
I won't be wrapping.
You have a
back
great
around.
day too.
I won't be wrapping around. But anyway, this has been a lot of fun, you guys. Celine, what are you doing today after this? You know you live in the area. You need to come to the farmer's market.
Okay, I will.
She's not coming. It's too early for her. She can't
know,
doesn't get up that early.
Do you
She's
get up
fun
early?
and young.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, she doesn't. I'll answer for her. She does not get up
Yes,
early.
I do.
She's too young to get up early.
I wake up
On
at
a
7:30.
Saturday.
Oh my
7:30.
Well, because I have to get into work by 9.
On Saturday?
Not on Saturday. Today
That's
I
what
woke
I'm
up
talking
at
about.
I woke up at 9.
Yeah, see? She's not
That's
going to the
fine.
farmer's
You could.
market with
I
you
got
at
there late
7:30.
today too. I woke up at like 9 too. I was a late day today because I was
I think
at the
that's
cellar
still pretty early for like a college student on a weekend.
and a
Extremely
comic.
Wait, what is Alon Runo saying?
I don't know some
Function video?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, but thank you.
Okay, thanks.
I think he
Oh
meant
my God, Robin! I haven't seen you here in a while. Yes, great to see you from Sweden, right? Was it Sweden?
Yeah, Sweden.
nah,
yeah.
from Sweden.
I forgot how to say hello. It's been so
I was
long.
just thinking that.
Oh
I
my
can't remember.
God. It was, and you're like, just that's right, Robin.
No, we were
How are
having
you?
Swedish
How you
meatballs.
doing? Hej, yes, Hej,
there we
Hej.
Meanwhile, Marina, my friend, my old college roommate called me today for my birthday. He said it's been a week. Next week will be 40 years when we met. And he just invested in a new Broadway musical, Trading Places.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? It's one of my
They're
favorite
doing that.
movies.
That's gonna be
Have you ever seen that one, Celine?
But I
That's
want
a
to.
fun one too. Evelyn, have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, it's good, right? Does it hold up?
Yeah. I think mostly, I would say, yeah.
I swear, you know what? I cannot wait to teach this class because I can't wait to see what you guys at your ages think holds up or doesn't hold up. I'm fascinated by that, you know, just because like I think of something like Back to the Future, which is like one of my favorite movies, but there's something about it because it takes place in the 80s that they made movies differently back then, and there's certain things that drag out, which they don't do today. So I'm always curious if you know what you guys think about stuff like that. Whatever it is, whether it's Saturday Night Fever or something like that. I'm really curious.
To clarify,
does.
Alan was saying, David, I mean, if you guys have video content for the foundation that you need editing, I could work on it for free as a donation to the foundation.
Well, let me ask Amy and see if that's interesting. Thank you very much. That's very
So
kind of
maybe
you.
you should put something in the chat so they can contact you somehow. I don't know.
What are you,
Look.
nuts? No, I'm just kidding. Well, just get me DM me on Instagram, and
Yeah.
we could talk further.
Did you put your Instagram
okay,
handle
or-
in there? Put it in there.
Was that Dave Juskow?
It's at Dave Juskow. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot
What
of
am I,
Dave
one of those
Juskows, I
people
think,
that-
right?
There are none.
Dave
the only
Juskow.
one. Well, there's a lot of Daves, a lot of Davids, but there's no other Juskows. I mean, come on. I mean, right, Marina? I mean, come on, Marina. What? I mean, what's you said I could walk you home? Man, why you always got? It's like I got a race today. You always got to shit on it all the time, right?
You got to be focused. Do you want to be a dancer or not? Anyway, we got to get out of here. Evelyn, tell our listeners where they can find you and definitely like, what you're doing next, and then we'll get out.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at Evelyn G. Frick. I'm actually, for my job, I put together a comedy show in the spring. We're doing another one at the end of September at Caveat in New York City.
Nice.
So yeah, that I'll be hosting and producing. So I'll, as it gets closer and we've finalized the lineup and stuff, more information will be available that I'll be posting on my Twitter, so at Evelyn G. Frick. And also, if anyone was curious, I saw it's Phenomenal Media that bought Reductress.
You see what Stace wrote?
Ooh, Phenomenal Media.
One
Juskow is funny.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
So that is Evelyn Frick.
I can't believe you already have something planned for the spring. God, she's such a go-getter. It drives me
No,
crazy.
I'm saying the last spring we had done something.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were.
Yeah. No, we're not that far out yet.
We're already planning for next April.
No.
So jealous.
Celine.
Hopefully you can find me on more Jezebel stuff. That would be very cool.
And you work for
Marina.
Friends like us.
Well, you are horrible, Marina. God, you're so self-serving.
She does. She's done an amazing job on the Instagram. You guys see the Instagram? That is Celine's
Looks
work.
really good.
It's really amazing.
Thank you.
The graphics are really,
Now, this
really
Instagram that the kids are using, is that what you're talking about?
Thank you, Celine. And the birthday boy, everyone. David
I'm having a birthday dinner
Juskow.
tonight. You're all welcome to join me out in Fort Lee, New Jersey. But otherwise, just the Tuesday, the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show on Tuesdays at 6, which is really fun. I think we're trying to make it better starting in September. But it's really super fun. And that's all I have. And, of course, Juskow in the City, the podcast. And join Patreon, please, to help me, God, live the lifestyle I have become accustomed to. I didn't, I wanted to go down to the track on Thursday, but I didn't think it was a good decision.
All right, let's wrap it up, birthday boy.
I usually have my birthdays at the track. I wish I was kidding. What is that saying?
It sounds like they're saying, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
You know, my niece, she's so cute. She once did that. She was like, I came home Chicago and I walked in the door. She goes, tea. I was like, yes.
White tea.
The Spanish for auntie. Oh, we don't want to get into that racist rant you're about to go into. All right, guys. Marina Franklin here. You know what to do. Just go and listen to the podcast Friends Like Us. You see it scrolling right below on that ticker on the Linktree, Marina Y. Franklin. Okay. You can get all of the options to listen to Friends Like Us there. All right. So don't miss this episode. The next week's episode is going to be really good with Sean and Chuck Nice. Sean Donnelly and Chuck Nice. Yes, I know it's a heavy flow. It's a lot of guys, but it's a good one. And we have Memo coming up. That's Dave Juskow's friend.
What is happening?
Memo is going to be on this Monday. Yeah, your friend
We'll never
Memo.
get rid of him.
I love Memo. He's great.
He's all right. He
It's
came on Monday.
he's Latino. He has a Latina friend. It's like it's rare, but like he opens
I have
his
friends
world
of
every
all
now and then.
races and creeds.
So anyway, we want to thank you guys. I don't know why my voice went up. We want to thank you guys
I even
so
have
much.
an Asian friend.
Oh no. Wash your hands, get vaccinated. Please do not get polio. Okay. And
You shouldn't get polio.
don't get monkeypox or COVID. And just be safe. Because the CDC, they don't care anymore. So you got to take care of yourself.
Hey, did you watch
And we're leaving
Maher?
soon. And
he was just
Black
talking about
Lives. Shut up.
that. Sorry.
And Black Lives Matter. Bye, everybody.